So Garmin just dropped the Forerunner 970, and a lot of people are wondering, is it really worth the $749 price tag, especially when the 965 is sitting at $499 on sale right now? That's a $250 difference, which is a lot, especially when on the surface, these watches look almost identical. Same size, same AMOLED display, same charger, same weight. Honestly, even the design is really close, except the 970 has a flat screen instead of the slightly curved one on the 965. Some people might prefer the flat face, I know I do, but in day-to-day use, it's not a huge deal breaker. Now let's talk about what you're actually getting for that price jump. Surprisingly, the 970 has less battery life than the 965. That's not what you'd expect with a new model, right? But Garmin clearly isn't marketing this one based on battery. It's more about the new features. For battery life, you'd probably want to look at something like the Enduro 3 instead, but if you're okay with charging a little more often, it might not be that big of a deal. The main features that Garmin is using to sell the 970 are things like the new Garmin Tri Coach, which isn't on the 965 right now. That might come later in a software update, but as of now, it's exclusive to the 970. They also added new running features like running economy steps, but to actually use them, you'll need to buy an additional heart rate monitor, specifically the HRM 600, which costs another $169. So if you're looking to get the full experience, you're actually spending closer to $920. That's a lot of money. Now, there are also a couple of new features that might make a difference in everyday use. One of them is the evening report, which is kind of like the morning report, but, well, in the evening. I don't find it super useful, but maybe some people will. A more noticeable change is that Garmin finally added a Sapphire display to the Forerunner line. Before, it was just Gorilla Glass. I love the durability of Sapphire glass if you're wearing your watch all the time. It's a solid upgrade. That alone won't justify $250 more for most people, but it's a nice touch. Then there's the flashlight. Honestly, once you've had a Garmin with a flashlight, you won't want to go back. It's super handy for runs in the dark, quick checks around the house at night, or even finding stuff in your bag. It's small, but very practical. They've also added a microphone which lets you take calls directly from the watch if it's tethered to your phone. Not a must-have, but again, convenient if you want it. And finally, there's the ECG function thanks to the Elevate 5 sensor. If you have heart concerns or need to track things like AFib, this can be a really valuable tool. For me personally, I don't use it much, but for the right person, that could actually be a game changer. So overall, should you upgrade or spend the extra $250? Honestly, unless you really need those specific new features like the Sapphire glass, flashlight, or ECG, the 965 is still an amazing watch. And right now, it's $499 on sale. I'd say wait 60 days for the 970 to drop in price or look for a 20% off coupon if you're really set on it. Otherwise, the 965 gives you 90% of the experience at a way better price.